The church has always been more than just a place of worship. It's a community, a family, and a guiding light for those navigating the journey of faith. But when it comes to Christian relationships, whether friendships, dating, or marriage, how much influence should the church have? Is it just a support system, or does it play an even greater role in shaping the way believers love, forgive, and grow together? In a world where relationships are often built on fleeting emotions and personal desires, the church calls believers to a higher standard, one rooted in love, sacrifice, and commitment. Through Scripture, we see God's design for relationships, emphasizing unity, selflessness, and faithfulness. But knowing these principles and actually living them out are two very different things. That's where the church comes in. It provides accountability, wisdom, and a biblical foundation that can strengthen relationships in ways the world simply cannot. For those seeking a spouse, the church offers guidance in choosing a partner who shares the same faith and values. It warns against being unequally yoked and encourages patience in waiting for God's best. In a culture that glorifies instant gratification, the church reminds believers that love is not just about passion, but about purpose. A Christ-centered relationship isn't just about two people. It's about how their union glorifies God. Friendships within the church are equally significant. The Bible speaks of iron sharpening iron, and true Christian friendships push one another closer to Christ. In times of struggle, these friendships become a source of encouragement, prayer, and support. Without a strong Christian community, it's easy to drift, influenced by worldly perspectives rather than God's truth. The church becomes that anchor, ensuring that relationships remain Christ-focused and spiritually fruitful. Marriage, one of the most sacred relationships designed by God, flourishes under the covering of the church. From premarital counseling to continued mentorship, the church plays a vital role in helping couples build a foundation that lasts. Marriages rooted in biblical principles stand stronger against the storms of life because they rely not just on human love, but on divine guidance. The church reminds couples that love is a covenant, not just a contract, one that requires grace, humility, and a daily surrender to God's will. But let's be honest, the church isn't perfect. There are times when it fails, when advice is given poorly, or when judgment replaces grace. However, its imperfections don't negate its importance. When believers come together in humility, seeking God's wisdom rather than personal opinions, the church becomes a powerful force in shaping relationships that honor Christ. So whether you're single, dating, married, or simply looking for godly friendships, don't underestimate the role of the church in your relationships. Surround yourself with a community that prays for you, holds you accountable, and points you toward Christ in all things. Because in the end, the relationships that matter most are the ones that bring you closer to God.